welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be my March book haul. So these are all of the books that I got in March. So March was my birthday month, so I did buy quite a few books to kind of treat myself for my birthday. I did get a book voucher which I spent, although I don't think actually any of these books was what I bought with my book voucher because I used it to pre-order a few books from Waterstones. So I've got a few different sections of books. I've got my Afterglow books, my books from the works, charity shop books, and just some pre-orders and books that I bought from Waterstones. My Afterlight book for March has not yet arrived, and I'm filming this on the 29th of March and it's not yet arrived, so I think I will include that in my April book haul. But I'm just going to dive right into the books now and show you what I've got. So let's start with the Afterglow books that I've got. So the first one is The Last Guy You Kiss by Carla de Guzman. That's this one here. Afterglow is like an imprint within Mills and Boons. It's linked to them somehow. I'm not quite 100% sure how it works, but it's like an imprint. They do kind of more spicier books in this Afterglow, under the Afterglow heading, and this one says it's international, slow burn and spicy on the back. On the back here it gives you like a breakdown of different like tropes and stuff. I have not heard of this author before, so I'm interested to check this one out. I think I might have to add these like to my TBR because I'm slowly building a collection of them, a bit like the Afterlight books where I haven't actually read a lot of them yet. So that one we've got, and then we have Unlikely Neighbours by Renee Daniel Flagler, and this is what the cover looks like. This seems to be like a common cover design where it's kind of like split down the middle and you get different colours on each side. I've seen that on quite a lot of covers. And this one says it's forced proximity, workplace romance and one night. So very interested to check this one out. It's obviously a neighbour romance. They obviously work together, and sounds like it's a one night stand sort of situation, so interested to check that one out. Again, I've not heard of that author before either, so excited to check that out. Now I'll talk about the books that I've got from Waterstone. So we had a couple of pre-orders and then one that I just ordered with one of my orders to get free shipping. So on Waterstones in the UK, to get free shipping, I think you have to spend £25, and if you are doing pre-orders, you can like add something that is currently in stock and that will ship out, and they obviously part ship things, so you are essentially getting multiple shipments for free. So I always try and spend the £25 just to get that free shipping. And these are some of the books that I've got. So this one was a pre-order. This is Close Protection by Eden Victoria, and this is the Waterstones exclusive edition, which has pink sprayed edges. The Works have also done a sprayed edge edition of this book, and that is, I think the sprayed edges are pink and then it's got like a design on it, whereas the Waterstone one is just plain. So this is written by Eden Victoria, who posts a lot on TikTok. That's kind of how I heard about this book. I watch her TikToks. I'm excited to check this one out, although I'm a little bit nervous because I have heard really negative things about this one. People haven't been loving it, so I'm hesitant to go into this one. It is a young adult book, which I think potentially is what some people are complaining about. I haven't seen too much about what necessarily people are complaining about. I've just seen people say that they are disappointed in it and haven't really liked it. So we'll see what we make of that one when I get round to it at some point. Then I have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This one is super hyped. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one, and Enchantra comes out this month, and I put that on my April new releases video because I'm obviously aware that is coming out, but I do need to read this one first. I'm definitely intrigued by this one. I think this one is a fantasy. and it's some sort of game, which is very intriguing. Back in the day when it came out, I read Caraval and by Stephanie Garber and really enjoyed that one. I think I read book 2, but I never got around to reading book 3. So I'm interested to check this one out. I like that kind of game aspect, so I'm interested to see what I think of that one. And then we have Alive and Wells by Bailey Hannah, which I did feature. I opened in one of my weekly vlogs. And this one is a cowboy romance. I don't know too much more about it other than that. This one was originally, as was Phantasma, this one was originally indie published and then has been picked up by a publisher. So I've picked up the reprinted, traditionally published edition, and I'm really looking forward to checking that one out. Then we'll move on to the books that I got from the charity shop. So this is all like a bit of a mixture of random stuff. Some of these books I've never even heard of. There are a couple on here that I've not heard of and a couple that I had my radar on. This one I picked up is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. So this is obviously a classic, and I picked this one up because I really like the cover on this one. So I have read a few classics, and I do kind of read them every now and then. I'm not like a big classics reader, but I have read some, like the most popular ones probably, and I do like to collect ones that have like pretty or unique covers, and I really like the design on this one, so that is why I picked this one up. And this is a Faber and Faber edition, and as I say, I just really like the cover of it. So I haven't actually read that one yet, but I will at some point. Then we have Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau, and this one I don't know anything about. I kind of was intrigued by the cover, and then it is, I believe, historical fiction, maybe. It's set in 1970, in the 1970s, so I'm interested to check this one out. Not heard anything about it, so we'll see what I make of it. Then we have The Darkening by Sunya Mara, and this one I believe is a young adult fantasy, and it is book 1 in a series. I really like the cover of this one, and I just decided to pick it up. It's got Adeline Grace and Chloe Gong quoted on the front cover. So Adeline Grace is an author that I have read from before and really loved her books, and Chloe Gong is an author that I have picked up a book from, and she is on my TBR to check out, so I'm definitely intrigued to check this one out. And I really like, the cover is just really pretty on this one. So and they were kind of a range of prices. These two I think were 50p each, and this one was £1. Then I have another one which was 50p, and that is Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kwong, I think. And this one has been a really popular book. I've seen a lot of people talk about this one, and it was one that I wanted to check out. I think looking at it, it's won quite a lot of different awards, and this is a fiction book, and I think from what I recall, it's about a woman who is a writer, but she's not a very successful writer, and she has a rival who ends up dying, and she then steals her identity, which sounds interesting. So looking forward to picking that one up, and as I say, it was only 50p, so I couldn't really turn it down. And then the next two books are part of a series. So we have God Killer and Sunbringer by Hannah Kana. And these just have really gorgeous covers. I love the covers of these. They have been books that are on my radar to check out, and I think these are I know they're fantasy. I'm not sure if they're fantasy romance or if they're just straight up fantasy. I'm not sure. I have seen them, and I just couldn't resist having these gorgeous covers. These were £1 each, and I look forward to reading those at some point. Next we'll move on to the books that I've got from the works. So I did do I've done 2 orders this month, and also I went into store. So we'll and there is kind of a theme with a lot of these books. So we'll start with the first order I did, and that was to pick up some of these new books that were added to the website. And this one wasn't a new one, this one's been on there for a while. This is Spiral by Bal Cabra. I have already read this one and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to have a physical copy on my shelf. And this is the sprayed edge edition that the works have done. I decided not to pick up Collide because whilst I liked Collide, I think I gave it 4 stars. I didn't necessarily love it, but I really enjoyed Spiral. I gave this one 5 stars, so I just wanted a copy for my shelf, and I just love the cover for this one. So I'm excited to have that. And then they have released some of the Bloom editions of some of Lucy Score's books. Lucy Score is an author that I do really enjoy, although there have been some misses from her backlist, but for the most part I do enjoy her books. And we have a selection here. So we have No More Secrets, which is part of the Blue Moon series. I love the cover of this one. I think it's really pretty. It feels like spring. This cover screams spring to me. I'm not sure what position this is in the series, but that is that one. And then we have these two next two are from the Riley Thorne series. So we have The Corpse in the Closet and The Dead Guy Next Door. And again, I do really like these covers as well. I think they're really pretty and I'm looking forward to checking out that series. These are some of her older ones from her backlist that have obviously been reprinted with Bloom books because originally they were indie editions. And then we have 2 new releases. So I picked up the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore. I picked this one up because of the gorgeous sprayed edge edition that the works did. I really enjoy this series. I think it's a solid series. I think the first book, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I gave 3 stars to, but the other 2 books have been 4 stars, and they're just really fun, easy reads. This is a small town romance series, and I would definitely recommend it. Each book is kind of set like it around a different season, and yeah, they have really gorgeous covers. I love the cover of this one, and I really hope that the works go back and do other sprayed edges of the previous books, because I actually only own the first book. I don't have book 2 and 3, although I have read them. And if they do sprayed edges, I would definitely pick them up, because I have been wanting to pick them up for my shelf because the covers are just so beautiful. But I've kind of been holding off because I've obviously already read them. So yeah, I have been putting off buying them, but if they do bring out sprayed edges, they will definitely be getting bought. So that one was a new release for this month. And then the next one is also another new release, and that was Story of My Life by Lucy Score. This one is a new release from Lucy Score. I think it's the first in a new series. And it is a small town romance, which I'm really excited for. And this one also has sprayed edges as well, which is really cool. I love that the works are doing these, and it's just like a stack of books, which I think is really nice. And this one actually came with a bookmark as well, which is perfect. I love having lots of different bookmarks, and this one is really pretty. I think this one also has different artwork in it as well. Yeah, so there's these end pages. Is there one at the end? Yeah. And I love little details like that on the books. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into that one at some point. And then I have another order that I did from the works. I did this before they increased their prices. So previously they did a £3 for £6 deal, but they have recently increased that to 3 for £7.50, which is still a good deal, but it's obviously quite a big price increase. So I wanted to get this order in before the price increase, which I did, because they'd added some more of the Lucy Score books that are being reprinted by Bloom. So I wanted to pick those up whilst they were on a lower price. So we have another one from the Blue Moon series, which is Fall into Temptation. Again, really love the cover on this one. Again, it kind of screams spring to me with these pastel colours. Really like those. Looking forward to checking that one out. And the next two books are from the Riley Thorne series, which I think there is only 4 books, so I've got the complete series of those. But the Blue Moon series, I think there are more books. I don't know if the Works are going to release those. I really hope they do. I'll be keeping an eye on their website. But we have The Blast from the Past, and then The Body in the Backyard. I think these I don't know if these are like mysteries or what exactly this series is, but really looking forward to reading these. Glad that I have the complete series, and again, the covers are really pretty for these. And then the only other book that I bought was It's Complicated by Camilla Islay. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce her surname. I recently read a couple of her books and did really like them, and I thought I would check this one out. This one is part of the 3, when I bought it, the 3 for £6 deal. Now the 3 for £7.50. It was, when I bought it, £2.50, but I think they've now increased the price individually to £3, which, as I say, is still a good deal, but it is a bit of an increase. Looking forward to checking this one out. I think this is a fake dating romance, which I really love. So they are all of the books that I have bought this month. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to share any books that you have bought this month, please do, and I will see you guys in my next one.